I don't know if my phone is going to pick it up, but it is now. Let's see what time. It is almost 2:30 in the morning. Mark Nugent is over at his house with his subwoofer going boom, 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 boom. And the reason it drives me so crazy and it drives my anxiety up and everything is I'm laying in there asleep and I can feel it. Okay? I feel this nonsense. And I've got people telling me I need to get and I got one. I need to get a decibel reader. I got one. Here's the problem. Decibel readers don't pick up bass. They don't. Because it's traveling through the ground and the surface of everything. It's creating vibrations. So, it doesn't pick that up. It picks up just regular loud audio. That's the problem. And I don't think there's anything that I can use that will pick up the vibrations. I was sound asleep when my brother went to work. Well, mostly sound asleep. I don't know if it's picking up. Part of me wishes he would just drive over here by my house doing it again. Because I have my phone sitting here. Another option is to walk around there with my phone and record him. Up close. Hope he doesn't see me. Yeah. I don't know if my phone's picking up what he's doing. I'm also hearing somebody slamming and hitting something. I'm at my wit's end. I don't know if that's picking up. I figured I'd just try and record it. But the problem is that, yeah, I don't even know if they have a device that can pick up this kind of crap. And, he'll stop it for a bit, and then he'll start it right back up again. I can't keep a steady, sleep schedule, I guess you'd say, a sleep, there's a word for it, not necessarily schedule, but I can't keep a steady, sleep routine, that's the word, routine, because one minute I'll have it fixed, and I'll be sleeping at nights, because everything that you have to do is usually in the day, but then he'll start this crap again, not to mention the fact that it makes my anxiety go through the roof. I'm shaking. And I think a lot of this is my anxiety. I'm on medications. It's not doing me any good. It only helps so much. I don't know why he does this bullshit. I think he's on drugs. I think he's also mentally unfit to be in society, honestly. I'm not the only one who's getting tired of his crap. He stopped it now, but he'll start it again. Nobody around here can get rest. He was doing this once before. He has this thing where he'll do it at around midnight. He'll stop. He'll do it again around 2. Stop. Then he'll do it around 4 or 5 in the morning. Just off and on. And I might be wrong, but I think he has a police scanner. I don't know for sure. I've got no proof of that. How else would he know when somebody calls the law on him? How else would he know when the law goes to come out here to cut it off? Because the timing is just so ridiculous. Again, I'm not the only one tired of Mark Nugent's garbage. I'm not. I know I'm not. I've talked to several people. There's my brother's neighbors on the other side. I think the dude's name is Skyler. I'm not sure what his wife's name is. I'm an idiot. I can't remember names too well. But Skyler and his wife. There's people on the other side of the neighborhood who's tired of his shit too. Oh God. Buddy. I think his name is Buddy. Buddy and his wife Delisa. He's tired of it. You can feel it. Rusty at the end of the road's tired of it. He's tired of it. His own mother's tired of it. She lives kind of back on the other road. My property's between two roads. So he stopped, but he'll start it up again. If I go back to sleep, he'll just wake me up again. I'm stressed and I'm tired of this. He's a menace. I've called the law. The law says they can't do anything. It's going to get to the point where I'm going to do something horrible. I don't want to, but it feels like there's no other way. That's why I got in trouble last time. I got in trouble because I took it into my own hands, because that's how a lot of people are out here. We take shit into our own hands because we don't know what else to do. The law is a bit unreliable. And it's funny, they're unreliable until... The law is unreliable until you retaliate. They can't be bothered to do anything about the people who are causing misery, but they can do plenty about the people who retaliate. They can do plenty about people who retaliate. I'm to the point where I want to walk over there and bash his face in. It feels like the only way to take care of this guy is to beat the snot out of him. Like he needs a beating. He needs a beat down. What the hell is all this? Why are the dogs raising hell now? I don't think they can hear me. But I know it's getting ridiculous. And I think I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes now. He stopped. But will he start it up again? Very likely, because that's what he does. Fucking dogs too. Tired of that shit. I think I know what it is. My neighbors on the other road, I think their dogs keep coming up on my property. And when they come up on my property and they see me, they run back barking. It's like, what are you doing? This is not your territory. Get the fuck out. I'm so tired of these dogs too. Now I'm getting attacked by shit. But no, he does this. He needs medical help too, by the way. So there was, like I mentioned a while ago, Delisa, Buddy's wife, which is the person I had an incident with. Didn't mean to. I thought it was Dakota at the time, which Dakota doesn't have anything to drive anymore. He doesn't have a four-wheeler. He doesn't have a truck or SUV or anything. So he can't come over here causing this crap either. He ain't got a vehicle. But I thought Delisa was him. Went out with a golf club, got in trouble. But Delisa is Mark Nugent's sister. He's her brother. She needed from what I've been told, she needed medication. She's on medication. She's got mental problems. He's clearly got mental problems as well, but he's not willing to get help. He's not willing to get on medication. And I don't know. He's not willing to get on medication. I'm tired of this. And now I don't know if I want to try and go back to sleep. But here's the thing, he's going to do it tomorrow too. When do I sleep? I'm in my house now. I'm in my house. I was outside. Jesus. I want to go back to sleep, but I know it's not going to happen. I know he's going to wake me up again. He's going to do it again. But no, he needs mental help. Everybody's telling me he needs to up the doses to me that I need it because I'm on medication. Well, he needs to up the doses. No, there's only so much people can take. There's only so much a person can take until they snap. And it's funny how anywhere else in Texas, the noise ordinance is clear. Nothing after a certain time. It's like 11:30. You cut it, you shut it down. You're not supposed to disturb other people after that time. Mark Nugent operates outside of that. I'm tired, but it feels like a waste of time to go back to sleep. He'll just wake me up again. He'll start doing his BS again. I feel like the only thing I can do is hope and pray he messes up his vehicle. Because that's happened before. He'll mess a vehicle up, he'll tear it up, he don't know how to take care of nothing, and then it goes quiet. Everybody gets peace for a while until he somehow miraculously comes up with the money to get another vehicle. And it sounds like he started it up again after I came in. I'm tired, I'm stressed, and I can usually feel this stuff. I feel it. I'm getting too old for this. This is why I want to sell my property. This is why I want to move. And I know there's places that are quieter than this. I've had family saying, you're going to get that everywhere. No, you're not. There's a lot of places you're not going to get that. There's a lot of places where it's mandatory to not disturb other people. You're not allowed to disturb other people. You're not allowed to do that kind of nonsense. It's not allowed. The problem, I think, is we have law enforcement that I don't know. See, if I could push the local government to put an actual noise ordinance in place, like a complete noise ordinance. The problem is the law officers have no authority to do anything really in this situation like this. At least I don't think they do. And if they had authorization to just do something, they would. I'm going to have to get a couple of cameras. Two cameras. I'm going to set one up at the front of my property on the other road. And I'm going to set one up right here by the road, by my house right here. And I'm going to try and catch him in the act. It doesn't have to be a real expensive camera. It just has to be able to see his vehicle when he goes up the road and pick up on all his garbage. I don't know what else to do. I'm tired. The Koontz Sheriff's Department and Hardin County really needs to do something. You don't want anybody like me retaliating and somebody getting hurt. So you got to do something. Because otherwise it feels very much left in the hands of people out here. The law enforcement is next to nothing out here. That's why there's people out here doing drugs and whatnot, and they get away with it. Doing crack and meth, cocaine, just shit they shouldn't be doing. What is it called? Methamphetamine? Or just meth? Yeah. These people are out here doing drugs because they can get away with it, because they found that there's next to no law enforcement out here. That's what they found. And so that's why there's so many terrible people living here. Because it's the equivalent of a slum, basically. It's almost on par. There's some good people that live out here. But there's only so much we can do out here. So, and it's funny too. I think if anybody else around here did something about Mark, like beating the snot out of him, they'd probably get away with it. I wouldn't get away with it. Why is that? Why is that? I would get in trouble for like manslaughter or something if I beat the crap out of him. If I went over there and just beat the snot out of him, I'd get in trouble for manslaughter. Anybody else around here, I think, did it, they wouldn't get in trouble. I've seen people around here do shit and get away with it. I don't know why I'm the exception. I don't know why. I don't know. To be fair, the night I did the thing that I did that I shouldn't have done, I turned myself in because I felt guilty as hell. I thought I hurt somebody's kids. I was so terrified that I actually hurt some kids. And I couldn't live with myself like that. Even when they said that they were fine, I was still very shaken. And that's why I went for a week in a mental place, in a mental hospital, mental health hospital, on suicide watch, basically. They wanted to make sure I wasn't going to kill myself, and they wanted to try and help me get better, but the problem is I had to come back here. If I didn't have to come back here, I'd be better. But I had to come back here. I wish I could do marijuana. That's the one drug I wish I could do. I would do is it the indica? I think it's indica. I don't really know I don't know my terminology that well, but I think it's indica. You take it and it calms you the hell down. Of course, it makes you high as hell at the same time, but you know what I mean. It makes you, ooh. But I feel like if I was that out of it, his shit wouldn't bug me as much. That's why I really wish marijuana was legal in the state of Texas. It's the one drug I think should be legal, is marijuana. It should be legal everywhere. There's people that fucking need it. I fucking need it. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and check out. I'm thinking he's done. I don't know. And here's the thing I get. The last time I called on Mark and he was keeping people up, the officer was like, "Do you know his number?" What? Why would I know his number? Apparently they knew his number and they would call him and get on to him. Why would you call him and get... They said when they come out here they can't catch him. They can't catch him in the act. They can't catch him disturbing the peace. I think he has a police scanner. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm done. He starts it up again. I'm not sleeping tonight. I'll be sleeping. I'll try and sleep tomorrow. I don't know how well that's going to work out. Like I said, he does this night and day. Night and day. And we're all tired of it. And I wish the county would do something. I beg the county to do something. I would have to talk to the local government. I don't have a way to get anywhere to talk to the local government. That's one of the big issues. All right. I'm out. I'm done.